Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. I'm Justin Barone, and today we got some awesome shit happening. That's right, baby. As you can see, I got a new hat. There's something to do with that. That's right. We're talking about a few different things today. So let's do this. Thank you for joining me, Justin Barone, on your Friday at 4:20. I tried to put this out on different days. Didn't work out so well. So I'm back to the 4:20 on Friday. That's right, baby. We got some good shit going on today. I got a couple things to say. I got some stuff going on. This is primarily going to be a legit sesh. That was a really big fucking hit. Didn't feel like it, but I haven't smoked that guy in a while. Also, check out my Instagram for the thing that I did with my lighter. I like to call it a hole-in-one. Definitely the first one I've ever made. Anyway, today we got good shit going on. First, I wanted to tell you guys I got promoted at work. That's why I haven't done one of these in a little while. So work's been a little bit crazy, and I haven't had a lot of time with the end of school with the kids, and obviously the promotion to get things done on here. So I apologize if you've been waiting for it. I know I lost a few followers on a couple accounts. But yeah, life is what it is, man. I got to take care of business before I could take care of this. If anybody wants to help me out and make this a business, I'm in. I'm just saying. So we have a couple things. I was approached on Instagram. As you can see, I got a new little device sitting on the front up here. If you're listening to this, I'm going to describe it as best as I can. But this one might be one that you want to watch, especially if you smoke weed, because this little gadget here that I was approached to test out and try and see how it works will change up your grinding game 100%. So I guess you could kind of say that this would be like, well, technically, I guess it's sort of like the second, not necessarily sponsorship of the podcast, because like the only thing I got, I mean, I didn't get paid for it, right? I got to try out a couple things. So Green Seal, thank you very much for sending me the t-shirts for the past episode. And now we've got today an unboxing of Cactus Kutter. What is Cactus Kutter? Like I said, it's going to change up your fucking grinding game. And like I said, if you're not deep into weed, you want to know some things, this would be a good one. If you don't really care for weed talk, maybe skip this episode, because this episode is all about the weed, baby, and the accessories that may enhance your smoking experience, I guess you could say. So these guys over here at Cactus Kutter, this little guy sitting down at the front here, let me just take my head out of the frame if I can to see if you can get a good look at the box. So what is this, you ask? This isn't your ordinary grinder. This, I was actually surprised. I'll tell you the story in a second. But essentially, this is a electronic grinder. USB chargeable, grinds up your weed really nice. If you're an old school smoker, do you remember, even new people, but do you remember when you could buy, they looked like a little flashlight with a plastic cap on the end. Inside was like a really cheaply made coffee grinder kind of blade, right? And you could bust up your weed in there. You'd have to put like a AA or 2 AA batteries in it, hit a button on the top, and but normally they would break real fucking easy, right? Like couple grinds in, that motherfucker's toast. Well, this one, the Cactus Kutter, I thought, let me tell you the story as I open this, okay? So they approached me on Instagram, said they liked it with what I was doing with the podcast, and they liked a couple reels, I guess. Maybe not the podcast, but they liked a couple reels I had put up. So awesome. Shout out to them. Thank you very much for sending me this and giving me a shot at trying it and let me know, or giving me the opportunity to let you know what I think about it too. This thing is surprisingly awesome. It beat all of my expectations so far. So when they approached me, they said that they had this new electronic grinder that's going to pop out on the market. I believe that the release date for this grinder is July 12th is when you'll be able to buy them. I think. They might be out now. I'm not sure. I'll put it in the description. If it is, there'll be a link to where to get them. But I thought it was going to be similar to one of those old school style grinders that kind of like suck balls. You know what I mean? If that was even the case. I thought maybe I was getting scammed, so I had them send it to my work. Because I was like, at least that way you can't get my personal information if you're trying to take money. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it ended up that they were 100% legit. They sent me the grinder. This is obviously the thing here, the cover of the package. Then you got a straight black box. Pop that bad boy open, and you got a few different things inside, okay? So you've got your Cactus Kutter, booyah, which is the grinder. Now, if you're not looking at this, I think this is about maybe 6, 7, 8 inches, you know? It's easily handheld, easily portable, okay? It's got, mine is green and black. It says Cactus Kutter on the side. At the end, you have your USB port, right, or USB-C port right there. That's how you charge it. When you're charging it, the ring lights up. When you're grinding your weed, this is the coolest part. So again, I thought that I was going to get like, you know, some cheesy, shitty grinder if I even got one. Now, these guys fucking put some effort into this, dude. They really tried hard. They did a good job, I think. So when you open it up, what you've got is you've got, like, again, knife-style blades, okay? Just like as if it had come out of a grinder, right? Like your regular handheld grinder that always jams up and gets stuck and you have problems with, you know, you have to clean it out every once in a while. So you got that, right? And then if you flip it on, you got your vroom vroom, right? Now what you would do is you'll put this side of the grinder on it, which also has a couple teeth, you know, to grind up, just as if you had a handheld grinder in your hand, but this one's electric, okay? With the cap part of it, the part where you fill your butt into the grinder, that part attaches to the battery and blade set. Boop, 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 clicks to lock in, patow, and then you can actually lock it again. So it's double locked on there. It's not flying off. You're not going to kill anybody. It's perfect. You're not going to hurt yourself. It's great. So then once you put your bud in there, right, it grinds out and then it funnels down to, I don't know why I took it apart. Hold on a second here. Let me put this back together. There we go. So then it funnels down to like a little funnel. And then it goes in there and you can either take the funnel and pour it into your joint or pour it into your bowl. I like to put it into the little cap, boop, 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 and then put it down. But I'm telling you, I was actually very surprised with how good this grinder actually is, man. I've used it. How many times have I used it? They sent it to me. I think I got it on Saturday. So thank you very much for sending that. That was like about, well, by the time you see this, it'll be almost a week ago. I've been using it every day. I haven't used my hand grinder once since I got this thing. Yeah, it's really nice. But not only does it come, you know, the battery and not only is it this whole unit here, but they also send you obviously a power cord, because why would they do you like that? Why wouldn't they, right? They got to give you everything to work it. But they also give you a nice big chimney broom, grinder broom that you can sweep everything out of, and then you get what I thought was a dustpan. It's not a dustpan. It is a cone filler. So that's why I haven't mentioned what we're smoking yet, because that's also part of this little get back into it podcast sesh, right? So I bought, because I never do this, I never buy cones, I roll my own. I generally like to use glass tips just because the flavor is so much better. But since I've been using this thing, and I legitimately told them I test it out and I give it my honest review. So we've got to try. What we're doing for the pre-rolls today is I'm going to grind up some of my favorite weed ever, dude. No, not some of. My favorite weed ever. All right? Let me just explain to you how delightedly happy I've been for the last, 4 days. This grinder shows up, okay? Then we get our weekly delivery at work. Guess what? They sent us Purple Kush, baby. And me being the skeptic that I am, because if you know the podcast at all, you know that my favorite weed is Purple Kush, okay? I love Purple Kush. But originally, when you started buying from dispensaries would tell you that, oh, Purple Kush is Granddaddy Perp. That's not the same thing, folks, okay? It's two different things. The high is not anywhere comparable, and the taste, okay? So, I have been testing out the Cactus Kutter on my favorite strain of weed, which has made this whole situation that much more exciting and enjoyable. Okay? So we have to roll a cone, which I bought, because again, I like to roll my own, but I don't know, I've never tried to roll a cone without weed in the paper, so I thought I'll just buy a couple cones. So I picked up a couple cones. And, well, the beauty of this package is basically that there's like a little, I think if you break the top of this box off, it's like a little tool to poke it in and like flatten it out. But we don't need that shit. You know why? Because we got the Cactus Kutter and a funnel, baby. So we're going to roll that in a few minutes once I'm done talking about this Cactus Kutter. Booyah! Yeah, so that's everything that comes in the box. It comes with a little bit of a charge, but if you read the instructions, they recommend that you charge it up first and then use it. Don't use it before you charge it. So because when I picked it up at work. I charged it up for the day before I left. And then when I got home, it's held a charge pretty good, man. I think I've broken up, well, to be honest, I've smoked less bowls than I normally would because Purple Kush is in stock, baby. And it's legit Purple Kush. There's a couple things that I know about Purple Kush because of, let's say, life experience and past experience. But it is my absolute 100% favorite strain. And sometimes it can come with little purple streaks in it. That's the best kind. If you can get somebody that knows how to grow Purple Kush with a nice little like purple rainbow to it, I guess, on the flowering, man, that Purple Kush is unbeatable. It's so good. But there's also a version, and they both have the same high. It's just that the flavor of the darker blueberry or Purple Kush is like this berry flavor mixed with like hash. So you get this nice heavy, I equate it to like a cigar style smoke. Yeah, it's like a full body smoke that makes you're fully satisfied with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my version of the best Purple Kush. Okay? So whenever somebody brings up Purple Kush or says Purple Kush is coming, I figure I have to be the guy that tests out the Purple Kush because I have to smoke all the Purple Kush. I have to try every single one because then who am I to say that Purple Kush is my favorite if I don't try it from anybody that puts it out, right? So, you would think, because I've been, like I said, I got a promotion at work, so I've had a little bit more opportunity to have discussions with some reps and stuff like that. And it was just funny to me that recently, when one came in, we were talking, and they make a really good pink Kush, this company. So I said, well, like, why don't you guys make Purple Kush? I feel like you guys would nail it, right? The guy goes, yeah, I should, talk to them about that or whatever. Now, he could have just been blowing me off. I don't give a shit. The point is, I had just been talking about it, and then all of a sudden, like 3 fucking weeks later, dude, 3 weeks later, it's awesome. Purple Kush shows up in the order. And it's Purple Kush by Versus. Okay? The reason that I say it like this is not because it's not good, but it is a bit of a surprise. Their other strains are Super Lemon Haze, Mach 1, and BC Godbud. Now, up until this, I never really paid them any mind. But I'll tell you what. After this bag of Purple Kush, I'm in. These guys know what they're doing, dude. You know what I would buy all the time? I would buy this and Gorilla Berries from Green Seal and just have it. Like, if in Canada we were able to buy like well, we can buy a pound, I guess, but like they don't really send you pounds. So, well, that's not true. Sometimes they do. Now that I think about it. But anyway, that's not the point. The point, see? Purple Kush. That's also what I had in the bong. So this Purple Kush is 22.6%. Now, most people go, oh, that's a low percentage. That ain't shit. Here's the thing that you need to understand about Purple Kush, okay? Is that when Purple Kush, when you're analyzing Purple Kush, the difference with Purple Kush and like almost everything else is that in Purple Kush, there are about, I think it's 16 or 17 terp profiles in there. Now, they're not all, it's not like 17% terps or anything like that, but there are a lot, right? So if we're talking about the fucking, we're talking about the entourage effect, that many terps in one plant or in one bud is like, hello. Because the thing that I like about Purple Kush is that with this one specifically, well, we'll get into a little review of that too in a second. Let me just finish this story here. So, okay. Yeah, I'm having my own conversation. It's fine. Just tune me out for a sec. We'll get back. Okay, so the thing that I like about Purple Kush is that you smoke it and it's like a good, satisfying smoke. You know, it's like if you're, how can you equate it? So, like a really good, full-body, rich wine, I could imagine that would be the equivalent of Purple Kush, because there's like when you smoke it, there's like a hashy flavor. It's very like thick. It's got a bit of a berry-ish flavor on the back end. And it really does feel like you're smoking a cigar to a certain extent, right? It's really good in a blunt too. But that's what you get from Purple Kush. Now, dude, see? And Purple Kush again. I fucking zoned out. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's the fun part of Purple Kush is this right here, man. So, okay. That's only 22%. But that strain itself is only, I think it ranges from 19 to 24.6% or something like that, like on average, because there's certain strains that you can't make it 32%. There's nothing you can do that's going to enhance that unless you cross it with something else. So on its own, it's only 19 to 24%. But I equate the high to like an easily into a 30%, because the body, it's an all-round body buzz, but like heavy on the body, but not enough to necessarily like keep you down. If you find that indicas hit you really hard, then Purple Kush will put you out, no problem. But like if an indica does the opposite, because for me, sativas make me feel like I just had like, 15 cups of coffee or something like that. Whereas Purple Kush makes me more relaxed all over. Like it starts at my toes and it works its way up my body until it feels like my body's nice and relaxed and my head is wrapped in a hug. That's all I'm saying. That's what I like about Purple Kush. And you can sort of think clearly, even though it does provide you with a few dead spaces. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's what I love about Purple Kush. And that's why this is an etiquette, a session dedicated to BC Purple Kush by Versus. Now, I'm going to review this. I'm going to do this honestly like I am with the Cactus Kutter here. Since we're breaking it up, I'll explain both things at the same fucking time. Okay. So like I said, when I look for Purple Kush, generally I look for fat nuggets that are like a darker green with very slight red hairs and then like a purple string running through some of the leaves and stuff like that. So when I see stuff that's not like that and doesn't like you, it gives off a very specific smell too, right? So when you look at it, you're like, could be. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my first thought, honestly, because I've seen so much Purple Kush, and a lot of people try to push Purple Kush that is like really, really dark, but they didn't do something right with that. Like they fucked it up, or they just didn't grow it right. But anyway, I've had people try to pass that off as Purple Kush. Stuff like that off as Purple Kush anyway. So I'm really reluctant to get excited about getting Purple Kush. You know what I mean? I always want to be I have to be sure that it's Purple Kush, because I keep telling everybody at work that I know Purple Kush. I'm the best at it. So I kind of have to back it up and smoke it all. So the first thing I look for is like a nice thick coloring and stuff like that. Now this weed is honestly the right color, except for there's no purple. But it is the right, it does have the right look. It does have the right like density and stuff. So I was like, okay, and it's got kind of that smell. The one thing that I think may have happened, I don't want to say anything bad about anybody because I really do enjoy this, but I have to be honest that there is a bit of like a sharper smell to it, and where it should be more of like a dulled, a little bit more dulled flavor smell, you know, like a more what do you say, like bitter, no, not bitter, more of like a, oh, like, yeah, just like a duller smell. I think that's the only way I could put it. It should be a softer smell, whereas this has kind of like a little ping to it. But having said that, I thoroughly enjoy this shit. I bought it on Friday. It comes in an ounce. So I bought it on Friday, and I haven't stopped smoking it. I haven't smoked anything else yet. Now, I'm going to throw this bad boy in my Cactus Kutter. That's what I've been doing while I was talking that story, because, I mean, I'm sure you could tell I was somewhat sidetracked. So, the Cactus Kutter's all loaded up with some Purple Kush. And, oh shit, I put away the filler thing. I haven't filled this before, so, you know, don't hold it against me if this goes poorly. It definitely won't be like the machine's fault. It'll be mine for sure, because the high is also setting in really nicely. Okay, so we got our Purple Kush in here. Our broom for after to clean it up. We're gonna put our joint like so, I guess. Get that all ready. All right. Now, how are we gonna do this? I guess what I'll do is I'll grind it into this little guy here. So here we go. This is the Cactus Kutter turning on and grinding up weed. Oh, don't forget to double lock it. There we go. And you can like make it go left or right. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Now, this catcher is not really to catch this. I think it's just a cover. I mean, you can use it that way, but because this is a funnel, that's too close to the bottom for this to actually like fill it up while it's grinding. So you have to kind of tip it over and then tip it out, and then it'll tap it and it'll all just kind of slowly make its way out. But I also did put quite a bit in there. How much do we have left? Oh yeah, there's a little. There we go. All right, so now I emptied that, put it in here. Okay, I've never filled up a cone this way before. Here's our little dustpan and cone dealy. So I'm gonna put this in here, right? Like that's the plan. And then dump it in. This is fun. It's like crafts for potheads. Ah! I already spilled some. I suck. Come on, go in. Go in the cone. In the cone. In the cone. Do it up. There's a log jam. There's a log jam. No. Get in there. Come on. I don't know how to do this. This is not my... I am not... You know what? I like how this thing grinds everything up, but I will say this. I'm not so bueno with filling a cone. In fact, I pretty well suck at it based on what this is like kind of saying to me here. Whoa, let's not fuck things up. Okay, I need to push this down. Let's just do this the quick way. Get in there, buddy. Go. Go, 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 go. Fall in the cone. Fall in the cone. Fall in the... What is happening? If anybody knows how to do this better than me, because I feel like an idiot right now, like just, you know, let me know. Somehow. Send me an email. I have a website. There's this, tells420.com. There's an email on there. So yeah, so the Cactus Cutter is great for cutting stuff up. And like I said, I've never done this before, but it doesn't seem like I'm very good at filling a cone. I should just roll my own. That is sort of like, I do that much better. You know? So, yeah. I mean, it works pretty well. If you have more dexterity than I do, which should be everybody ever, then you'd probably really enjoy this experience. The one thing that is really awesome about the Cactus Cutter that I will say, and like again, I said, or I'm going to say again before I say that, is that I was really surprised with this. So you guys over at Cactus Cutter, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This thing is awesome. I honestly haven't stopped using it since I got it. I clearly suck at trying to do the whole fill the cone thing, but that's not your fault. That's my fault. Me and my fucking monkey paws. Dude, I've never had such a hard time filling a joint before. Well, maybe the first time I rolled one, but this is ridiculous. I also blame the Purple Kush. So thank you to like Versus for an amazing experience with your Purple Kush. You guys fucking nailed it, and you should be extremely happy with what you made, man. Because what we got at the store, or at the shop, I ended up, I think we sold it in 2 days. So awesome to you guys, man. And from a person that really likes Purple Kush and knows it really well, like I said, from past experience, I really appreciate that you guys were the first people on the market to pull out something legit that really is what it says it is. So way to go. Let me shout you guys out. Way to go, Versus. Yeah, you deserve that for sure. Also, thank you to Cactus Cutter for the baboom. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, I use it every day. You should too, because it's fucking easy to use, man. It's fucking easy to use. You're kind of dumb if you don't. Sorry. I'm just kidding. But pick one up, because like it doesn't seem to jam up. I've been using it for a week. Once you grind it up, it's actually really relatively clean. It's actually really well done. So yeah, good on you guys for making a legit grinder. It is literally the in between from like using a coffee grinder and a hand grinder, and it's perfect. And you can carry it along anywhere. Yeah, it's awesome. You guys did a great job. Way to go. Yeah. So cheers to both of those companies for actually doing something that is a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. That's awesome. Innovation, baby. Innovation. But yeah, I'm telling you, that Cactus Cutter thing, man, I haven't used my uh-oh, there's big gaps in this. I did not pack this right. Shit. Sorry. I just felt my joint. I was about to smoke it, and like, nope, not a good idea. Yeah, you guys nailed it. I think other people could take note of what you're doing, because you did a great job. So yeah, so that's what we smoked in the bong, or I smoked in the bong, was Purple Kush by BC Purple Kush by Versus. Oh Jesus, I can't talk. And that's what I'm about to smoke in the joint, and that's what we're doing today. There are no weed facts today. I just wanted to talk about these two things. Yeah, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's where we're at, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh shit, I thought I hit stop record for a second. Whoops. Okay, stop touching stuff in Justin. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. I hope you had a good week. I hope everybody's like I always like to say, I hope everybody's doing really well. I hope you're having a good time and enjoying yourself. So one of the things that I started to notice, like, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm 42. I act like a child, sure, but I'm 42. And I'm doing pretty good. So, whatever. Thank you for sticking around this far. But since I've got this promotion at work, where I now am the assistant manager at the shop, I have to deal with sometimes ridiculous situations, right? And the most recent thing is that because of the regulations in Canada, we have decided as a shop that, well, it's also the rules, but you're supposed to have your ID on you if you go into that store, right? Same if same if you're going to like the liquor store, but because weed is so new in Canada, um, I guess the government worries a little bit about what's going on, and having like the right people in there, making sure that everybody's verified when they're in the shop. Um, they want everybody to have their ID on them. So you have to like what they call age gate, right? Put this little line. I like to think it's like you were being invited into the club. You know what I'm saying? You get to come in, pick your weed, ba-doom, and then you're good. Some people do not like that at all. Which is kind of ridiculous because who cares? The point of the age gate is that because you have to be 19 years or older to actually purchase and be in a shop, in a cannabis shop. You cannot go inside, unlike the liquor store, where in the liquor store you could take your kids in there if you wanted to and it's fine. But if you go into a weed shop, you better come alone or with somebody of legal age. And you have to be of legal age as well. So it's funny because you would think people would be okay with this to get some weed. There are people out there, mostly middle-aged men, not lying, that take super offense to being asked if they have their ID on them. I'm 42. Keep this in mind. So the people that I deal with are, at all different ages, but the guys that do this, get mad at this kind of thing, asking for ID, tend to be in their middle age, like 50, 40 to 50, 40 to 60, okay? So this one guy comes in one day. I'm not naming names, but I go up to him and I go, because now we've got everybody to the point where when they come to the shop, they basically have their ID out. We look at it. Yep, perfect. Come on in. Even if we know you. The regulation works basically like this, as I understand it. If an investigator for the AGCO, which is the governing body, or is the body that oversees, the adherence to regulations within a pot shop, okay? They can come in at any time and assess, evaluate, and if they have to, they can, shut the store down. They can dole out punishments. They can dole out fines. Yeah, they have a lot of power, much like it was somebody from like the Ministry of Transportation investigating, some kind of spill or something like that. They have the same kind of power, but in a pot shop. So one of the things that we ask is that everybody just have their ID on them. So that, and I mean, also, if you're coming there, you're driving, most likely. Like, why wouldn't you have it? You're driving, you dipshit. So I walk up, and even if you have it on you, like, why? What's the big deal? It takes 2 seconds. Nobody has a big, bulky wallet anymore. Everybody has those little tiny card flipper things. Like, fuck off. So this guy comes in. I assume he's about 50. And I go, do you have your ID on you? And these guys always do the same shit. They like to, like, move in real close and then stare at you right in the eye. They're like, really? That's what the guy says to me. I go, yeah. He goes, really? I go, yeah. He goes, you need to see my ID. I go, yeah. He goes, that's fucking ridiculous. I go, why? Do you not have it on you? He goes, no, I'm fucking 50-something years old. So then he shoves the ID in my face, right? And I'm like, dude, I don't say anything. I don't do anything. I just go, okay, thank you. Come on in. Okay. And I flip the fucking thing and I let him in. And he goes walking right by this other woman that was already in there. She was just finishing up picking what she wanted to take home and all that. And this guy walks right up to a cabinet and he goes, okay, so I want blah, blah, blah. And I go, hey, hang on, man. She was here first. I'm going to help her first. And then I'll get you what you want. And he looks at me, he huffs. I don't know if he stomped his foot, but like in my brain, the memory of it, he stomped his foot like a 4-year-old, like, well, fine then, And he starts to walk out of the shop. As he's walking out of the shop in a huff, the one of my coworkers comes in at the same time, and he puts the thing down. He goes, "Oh no, you can't go past there." And she goes, "Oh, I work here. It's okay." And he goes, "Oh, okay, great. Then you can help me." And she goes, "Yeah. Can you just give me a minute to get in? Like she just arrived for work. She's got all her stuff with her, right?" I go, "Well, you know." She goes, "Can I just give me 2 minutes and then I'll come out and help you?" And he huffs and just fucking leaves. The thing I started to notice after that, okay, was that it was almost exclusively middle-aged men that don't like to be asked for their ID. I don't know why. I don't know why it's such like a power play to be like, "Well, do you know who I am?" Like, no, and I don't care. Like, I have kids. This is a job that I really actually enjoy, and you're trying to get me to like, you know, skirt the rules just cuz like you're not going to pay a fine or take care of my kids if something happens. So like, fuck you, dude, you know? Now, I never treat anybody rudely, but it's always funny because I always get the stare down and then I get, "Are you for real?" "Yeah. Yeah, I'm for real." And it's like they want to do something, but like realistically, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try something. Well, like there's somebody right there that's gonna call the cops immediately, you know. But it's no one else really matters. Like gets mad at it. There's the occasional other demographic that gets mad at it, like different ages and whatever. But very rarely. There's a significant amount of men in their 50s that just think that fucking rules don't apply. And then they also think that I'm maybe 12. I don't know. But every one of them, "I'm older than you, dude." I remember one guy saying that. I go, "Dude, I'm 42." He goes, "Oh." I go, "Okay, let me see your ID." Gives it to me. He was like 35. Like, who are these people? Just come in, be nice, get your weed. Weed shops are supposed to be a place of joy. Not some bullshit. And the fact that we have products like, you know, you can pick up these fucking grinders that are, you know, Cactus Kutter. I am high as shit right now. You can go pick up Cactus Kutter, grind up your shit, and have the best experience ever. I've been smoking this Purple Kush for 3 days. It's like I've been having warm hugs for four. Like, sorry, 4 days. It's like I've been getting warm hugs, man. I'm just saying. Weed is like a good thing. It's not supposed to be about all this jackassery. You know? Get you some good shit, calm the fuck down, and smile every once in a while. Like, there's nothing really to get that mad at. You know? I know we got stuff going on, but ultimately in your day-to-day life, it should be like just cool, man. Dum da dum, just doing shit. You know, do your shit. Have a good time. Do dope shit. And then make your life dope. That's all I'm saying. So yeah. Dude, this Purple Kush is so good. This roll, it was a little bit too loose because I'm an idiot and can't fill a cone, which like should be really easy to do, but I suck at it. It's okay. I'm fine with that. I do like rolling my own anyway, especially with a glass tip. Dude, you know how good this is with a glass tip? Okay, I totally forgot. I haven't fully reviewed this whole Purple Kush thing. So one of the things that you get when I was saying about the smell, how the smell is really sharp at the beginning, and then you get this like undertone of like berry and hash smell. Um, when you smoke it, it's the same kind of thing. You get this little bit of um, sharp flavor. I can only call it sharp because it hits you right in the back of the throat and gives you that tickle. Um, but after the first couple puffs and once it gets burning, it levels out to that more hashy flavor, and it's really nice. Oh shit, almost set myself on fire. Um, so I think, and don't I'm not a professional in growing anything. In fact, I have a black thumb, so I am totally talking only from want to understand more and to point out the fact that it could be a little better. It could be a little better in the fact that Purple Kush, if it's because like I've said before, I knew a guy in the past that's what he grew was Purple Kush, and he grew it so well that there was like no trace of any kind of what do you call it, like uh unorganic product in it. You know what I mean? Like there was no pesticide, no nothing extra in the flavor at the end. It tasted like the plant, okay? So that's always been my comparison because I was able to have that for a few years. And that's the one thing that this, like the high from this is bang on point, man. It takes about 5 minutes to set in. When I first smoked it, I took one, like half a bong hit, half a bong bowl, but like a hit. I took that and then sat down. I got 3 puffs into a joint. I looked down at my phone and I looked back up and my fucking world changed. It was 5 minutes in, man. Yeah. So it takes about 5 minutes to set in, but the beauty of the high is that it's all body and your head stays relatively well. You see what's happening here. It stays relatively capable in terms of interacting and having a conversation and making sense instead of just dumbing out. You know what I mean? But it's also really good for dumbing out because as soon as I'm done this, because I'm going to be super high from this, I'm going to just go sit on the couch and do nothing for a couple hours. Maybe I'll watch a Fast and Furious. But that is my take on these two new products. And it's so awesome that you guys at Cactus Cutter sent that to me. I can't believe, like, honestly, I'm sorry that I thought that it might not be legit. I take back every thought I had about it, which wasn't just that one really, but yeah, you guys are legit. It is an awesome little accessory for your weed. I could see how it'd be great on the go, but it's perfect for just at home too. It makes life so much easier. And you don't even, the thing is, I overloaded it once, okay? And it still cut through the shit. The weed got ground up, no problem. It's a great product. I wouldn't do it all the time with, overloading it, but yeah, it works out really nice. If it comes out a little chunky, then you can just throw it back in. It grinds it up a little finer. It's really good. And the blades inside of it, like I said, they replicated what a hand grinder's blades look like. So instead of it being like a wing style blade, it's sword style, where it chops them all up and pa-cha, pa-cha, pa-cha. You're like a weed ninja with the Cactus Cutter. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, if you're looking for that, look out for that. I'll link their Instagram to my YouTube page. I'll link it in the description so that you guys can check them out too. Thank you again for sending that. Versus, thank you for, in my opinion, giving us the best Purple Kush to date. Keep it up. It's really good. I'd buy another one. But right now I have enough. You don't need much either. Like, I haven't even gone through, I've had it for what, 3 days, 4 days? I haven't even gone through a quarter yet. That's how strong it is. And the high lasts a while because of that setup with the terps being, what is it, 16 or 17 different terps. The high lasts so much longer. That's what people need to understand about terps, I think, is that not only does it give it the flavor and the smell, it also makes the high last a little bit longer. And the more diverse terp profile you have, it seems like the more prolonged the high is. Cause like this stuff, I smoked it. I'll be in the pocket of high, the perfect spot for the next probably 3 hours, where I'm not like super fucked up, but I'm like having a good time. The equivalent of like getting a buzz when you're drinking, I guess. Yeah, that's what I love about Purple Kush. Plus, it energizes me. But again, that's what I was trying to say at the beginning that I totally lost track of was that sometimes everybody reacts to weed differently, right? And some people, sativas will knock me out sometimes. If they're really good, they'll give me two different feelings. Either it'll feel like I had way too much coffee, or it'll feel like I'll have a really nice high for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I'll just flatline and crash. Whereas with indicas like Purple Kush, it lifts me up. And sure, there's a crash on it, but it lifts you up for like 3 hours, and the come down's at like 3.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So that's due to, I think, the terp profile being so deep in how much in what's, actually in the one plant. So that's why I love it, because then when you start to come down, if you smoke it again, you like level back out. It's like the perfect high, man. But everybody's got to find their perfect high. This is mine for sure. I also like OG Kush a lot, but next session, I'm gonna show you a new strain that we got at the shop that's actually really good too. I totally forgot about it until I said OG, because it's got that in it too. All right. I hope you enjoyed the sesh. Thank you for joining me, Justin Barone. Thank you for joining me, Justin Barone, on your Friday at 4:20 to start your weekend off right. If you made it to the end, thank you for listening to the pitches for these things, because honestly, they are awesome. Like, I wouldn't say they were good if they weren't. There's no fucking way. Now that I'm growing a reputation in my industry on my day job, I feel like I have to be more definitive about certain things instead of just being like, yeah, it's great, but it's also this, but it's not that. No, these two things, good stuff, man. So if you're out there and you can find BC Purple Kush from Versus, you won't need another indica until you're out of that one. And then you'll have to find something else. But yeah, it's awesome. And then get yourself the Cactus Kutter when it comes out. Again, there will be a link in my description on where to reach those guys and how to get your hands on one. I think it comes out July 12th. If it's not out already. But yeah, that'll make your life so much easier too. And it's not cheap. It's actually a pretty solid product, like really solid. Yeah, it's great. So again, thank you for joining me, Justin Barone, on your Friday at 4:20. I hope you enjoyed the sesh. I know it was a little different than I guess what I normally do, but I don't know, it's kind of fun, and I just really wanted to tell you guys about Purple Kush. That I found Purple Kush, I have Purple Kush, I'm high on Purple Kush, it's awesome. I want you to get high on Purple Kush too. You know why? Because it's awesome. Yeah. But like only if you're of age. Okay? I don't know who watches this, but like just be allowed to do it. Don't do it if you're not allowed to. But if you're allowed to, yeah. Purple Kush versus the Cactus Kutter. Tots420.com. Check out all the other episodes there. Yeah, I hope you come back next week. Join me, Justin Barone, your friendly neighborhood pothead. Yeah, for another session. Dude, I'm so high right now. All right, we'll see you next time. Come back on, what is it? Like, I got where am I? I'm on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, YouTube. iTunes? I really just said iTunes. Wow, fuck. YouTube, Podchaser. Where else? Everywhere. It's out there, baby. Until next time, keep your lids low. My joint's not lit. Oh, I need the lighter. There we go.